I'm wearing this gaudy looking sweatshirt today, not because I care about any stupid college sports team, but simply because I found it, right? I went to the laundromat because hand washing things here on the property, I'm okay with doing that with small items. But when it comes to large things like blankets, it's really difficult. You know, hard to wash them by hand and then hang them up and take like 2 days to air dry out. Um, Especially our bed is on the floor and Brute lays on the blankets, so they get heavily soiled. So it's really just easiest to go to the laundromat for the time being. Now, eventually, I want to develop a system to do an off-grid way of washing clothing here, and I will do a video about that when I do. It's just not my highest priority right at this moment. I mean, I suppose if everything collapsed today and I had to, I could wash everything here. But for the time being, the laundromat is just the way to go. And when I walked in, I saw this sweatshirt on the table. Obviously, somebody had just forgotten it and walked away. So, okay, whatever. I figure whoever forgot it would just come back in and get it. And I had gotten through, done all my laundry, everything, and I was packed up, ready to walk out the door. Nobody had walked in the whole time, and that sweatshirt was still there. And I said, you know what? It's mine now. Look, if people don't care about their stuff and are willing to take care of it, then somebody like me is going to take it, and I'm going to respect it and take care of it. 5 or 10 years ago, we may have lived in a world, especially in this country, where we had so much of an overabundance that you can buy whatever crap you wanted. And when you got tired of it, you just throw it in the garbage and go buy something else. But the world is really changing. The economic system is moving in such a way that things are becoming so expensive and the supply chains are being stressed. Things aren't quite as available as they used to be. I mean, most people probably don't even see these things happening, but just because they don't notice it doesn't mean it's not happening behind the scenes. We're really moving to a point where whatever things you do have, you kind of got to look at them as treasure and value them and take care of them. I mean, most people today just have no sense of how good they got it and how many incredible things they have available to them. I mean, do you have running water in your home? If you do, then you live more richly than the richest king in the world did 150 years ago. Do you have electricity in your home? Again, you're filthy rich compared to that king. Do you have refrigeration in your house? Any of these things. I mean, you have ancestors that used to huddle around a campfire every single night trying not to die. There's been billions of human beings that came before you and me that struggled every day of their lives so that we can live with all these wonderful things that we have available to us. If if you whine, which I see so many people do, they'll whine because the Wi-Fi is a little slow today, or the traffic was enough that they got home 5 minutes later than usual, or they got into an argument with Karen at work about the coffee machine. I mean, every time you do that kind of stuff, you're really insulting every human that's came before you that had it rough, truly had it rough. I mean, there have been people that have stood over mass graves and watched their children murdered in front of them. Are you dealing with that? Probably not. And if not, then you need to stop being a baby and have a little gratitude for all the things you have available to you. That's one of the many reasons why I really enjoy learning about the vastness of the universe and how the environment works and how history, especially pre-human history, was. I mean, when you start looking at the scope of all those things, it really puts in perspective for you and makes you realize that our petty little problems don't mean anything. in the grand scheme of things. So I think today it's worth just taking a few minutes and just think about all the wonderful things you have. And all of those things can be taken away from you. You have grid power. That can be shut down at any moment. The government does not want you to know how fragile the power grid really is. That goes down, this is all over. It's all over. All the oil that gets, millions of barrels of oil that get shipped into your country every single day, that can be stopped at any moment. And if it does, everything gets shut down. There is no more food production. There is no more transportation. No more shipping of goods and services. I mean, everything comes crashing down. You can have a health incident. You can be in relatively good health today, and tomorrow something bad happens, and you're now on disability. That job that you think you're too good to be working, you can be let go, and that's it. And now you got no more money coming in. I mean, whatever you have, as little as it is, be thankful for it. Because I think in the days that are coming ahead, what I see coming, man, you're going to look back at things like today and be like, wow, I can't believe how available everything was. And I didn't take advantage of it and really treasure that.